Today's day 2 of slowly decreasing the temperature to go towards the ice bath challenge. Some people have said about Wim Hof. I've heard about him and the amazing effects. Loads of people have been using his technique. But like I said, I'm just trying to do it a natural way where I reduce the temperature by a certain amount of centigrade every day. When I just check the temperature now, I'll just drop this back in the bath to double check it. Swish it around for a couple of seconds. I think I'm taking it down about 1 degree. Now, I checked earlier the temperature of the water that comes out of the cold tap, because out of this it doesn't come out very cold out of the shower, but out of the cold tap. And I filled the bath about halfway with water just out of the cold tap, and it was 4 degrees Celsius. I put my hand in it and it hurt. Oh my God, I can't imagine taking it any colder than that. I don't know whether that's the temperature I'm going to aim for. I'm going to do a little bit of research. If anybody finds out what the temperature they advise, send me a little message in the title, and we'll see what we can work out, so I know what sort of temperature I've got to get this to. So that's been swished round in there for a minute. And yes, it's just touching 15 degrees Celsius. So we've got that temperature there. I'm happy with that. I can reduce it more and more every day. Here we go. Right, let's get my iPhone unlocked. Dry my hands. I've got my old iPhone. Thank God I kept it. Oh my God, this is so cold. And right, yeah. Okay, as per usual. So I put I did 5 minutes yesterday, so I put 4 minutes down on it this time, so just as a challenge. And I'm going to put that up there, so I can press start. I don't know whether you can see it, but hey, let's see if I can get in the water a bit quicker today. Glasses off. Okay. Oh, it's no better today than yesterday. I don't think getting in cold water is ever going to become easy. I just look forward to the hot shower after. And it's kind of funny. My skin was stinging yesterday when I got out of this. I can already feel my body kind of getting cold on the top half and shivering a bit. I think the hardest bit is getting your lower part in. Once you've got yourself kind of in, for me, I just go in inch by inch. I'm not so brave just to dive in. A lot of them in Sweden, and it's quite common, you have saunas and you have holes in the frozen lake, and the temperature in the water is around about this sort of temperature. It's around about 10 or 11 degrees Celsius underneath. It can get down to about 7 or 8 Celsius just under the frozen lake. And you just jump in the water. I've done this, and then you get straight back out in the sauna, and that's bloody cold. But doing this like this, when you're not really hot, I've just done a workout. My calf muscles have been killing me since yesterday from the workout I did. Here we go now. Next bit, try and lower myself in slowly, so I can be sitting in the water. This doesn't get any easier. Oh my God. So many people said to me, no way, look at that. But everybody keeps talking about this, which has massive health benefits. Oh my God, it ain't easier. I'm almost in. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now I love to start the time until my shoulders are in, so slowly but surely easing the body in. The quicker I get the rest of me in, the quicker I can get this over with, but it's so painful getting in the first time. Oh man, I must be crazy doing this. Move forward so I can... Oh, it's so much colder today. Oh man. I think I must have been swishing around on the top because the water down the bottom is so cold. Oh, I can't imagine going any colder. It's like got goosebumps coming up on my arm. Oh, stinging like hell. Right. Oh. The shoulders are under. Let's start. Arms are in. Arms in, shoulders in. It's not so bad when you get to this point. It's getting to this point is the problem. Oh, God, that's cold. Oh, it feels colder than yesterday. Either that or I've just forgotten how painful it was. I must have a very short memory. Oh, and it's funny, when you're in there, the seconds seem to fly by. I don't know whether it's because your adrenaline pumps and you activate, you got to relax now. I watch this thing where they teach you to do deep breathing. And calm the body. And just tell the body it's not going to die, it's fine, it's going to be okay. Oh man, that's 1 minute gone. I gotta say, I'm so proud of myself for doing this. Because, like I keep saying, I don't like the cold. I tell you what, if I never had tattoos or anything, or piercings done in my ear, and stretched my ear out and broken the odd bone, put it this way, it's not as painful as breaking a bone. And it's not as bad as being burnt. It stings. I know when you get like cold, you know, if you've ever washed your hands in really cold water and your hands ache. Well, I start to get that aching. First of all, first place I get it is on the underneath of my arms. Like the underneath part of my biceps. I'm starting to shiver a lot now. I've done 2 minutes so far. That's pretty good going. I start to feel it burning there. And it's funny, my body's recovered a bit more today, quicker than yesterday. So it must be getting used to, make sure when I'm under the water, getting used to this. I think the hardest thing is your brain automatically tells you, because you've got this thing in your brain, which I've been teaching about life coaching, that protects you from dying. So it tries to avert you from taking stupid risks. And I'm shivering now. And what you do is you tend to avoid anything which you might deem as slightly dangerous. And in the process of doing that, sadly, you avoid stuff which could be really good for you as well. Because if you don't take any risks, you don't get anywhere. I've done 3 minutes. Oh, man. So I start bringing my fingers out. It's funny, as soon as I bring my fingers out, I can feel the air outside feels really warm. Because your body kind of adjusts to being in the cold and it kind of protects itself. Oh, man. Coming up to 3.5 minutes right now. And I'm just going to see as well with the training, I'm not eating any less food. I haven't been dieting at all to tone up my body. I've just been training, so I'm eating slightly healthier. So I've not gone hungry at all through this process. And I'm wondering if this will kickstart another level of fat burning in my body and you know, cut my body up even more towards the summer. So coming up to the 4 minute mark now, and I'm going to start it again and see how far I can do. All right, I started it again, the timer. So I've done 4 minutes. When I got out of the bath yesterday, I felt really refreshed. I had a lot of energy after. And I felt invigorated. I felt really good. I didn't feel bad at all. It's hard to put your finger on it if there was a massive difference. I couldn't really say if there was or if there wasn't. I didn't want to do 100 star jumps after, but I didn't feel, you know, when you have like a hot bath, you feel really relaxed and sleepy and tired. Well, doing this obviously has completely the opposite effect. Tony Robinson, which is a life coach, he's a big personal development guy, he's world famous, most probably you guys have heard of him. He does like an ice cold plunge pool every morning and also does something called a cryo chamber. And he reckons that also really helps him. Whoa, I've gone past my record from yesterday. So, oh, that's 5 minutes gone. And let's just relax now. A little bit longer. I'm going to try and go to 6 minutes. And I think the idea is to really challenge the body and to push your limitation. Because if I can go longer, then I can go colder. And that's the idea I'm using. So if I can condition my body to go longer every day and go colder. But when I hit that water today, when it was like 4 degrees, when it came out of that cold tap, I put my hand in there and it hurt like hell. I was surprised, and I could feel like I could go much longer now. It's your body settles and you kind of get used to it. And it's kind of a strange sensation. It goes beyond the point of pain, because almost like the cold, after a while, starts to numb you. Even though I'm shivering, the cold starts to numb you, and I can feel myself shivering more. But I'm not really hypothermic. It's just, you know, I can feel my body going cold. I just want to make sure I don't go beyond a certain point. That's it. My jaw's starting to chatter, which is a good sign. Well, that means I've really reached that point now. That's the bit I'm waiting for. I'm just going to get to this other minute. That would mean I've done 6 minutes. I'm really proud of myself. That's really hard to do. I've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to get out. Oh my God, that's me done. Wow. Now time for my hot shower in a minute. Oh, wow. It's kind of weird. You feel really, oh God, really numb. Let me put my glasses back on because everything's a bit blurry. That's better. You feel really numb. I can't feel myself touch myself at the moment. My body's all numb. Yeah, muscles starting to come back to life now. So it's going to take a little while for obviously my body to heat back up. But I'm going to have a hot shower now, and then I'm going to basically write a little review in about 10 minutes or so of how it feels about 10 minutes after, and every day I'll fill you in. So this is day 2 on my ice bath challenge. I'm so pleased with myself. Wow. Well done, Nick. Wow, that's unbelievable. I'm really starting to enjoy this. I must be a bit of a sadomasochist. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, and thanks for all the support, everybody. You've been amazing. This is going to keep me going through this process. Thank you. To be outstanding.